Hello. Happy Monday. How are we doing, children? Got the toe sticker in the mail today. Hey, let's go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the stickers. How are we doing, friends? Are we swell? Are we well? Are we good? It's a Tuesday. It's crazy. It's like there's time zones or something. And it's almost like the person that's streaming is on a Monday. That's weird. Crazy talk. But hello. How we doing? Blood Raven, thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back, friend. We got us a weekly to do. After the weekly, we're going to have some fun. Time zones? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Steel, thank you for the 3 months. Hannah, welcome back, friend. Thank you for the 14. I'm a time traveler. Marty! Hope you get a... Hi, Coach. Guys, oh man, I'm sad. I'm sad for Coach. I'm sad for her. Oh, what happened to my camera? Oh God. I was about to switch over. I'm glad I checked first. Hold on. I'll explain. I'll explain. Oh my word. What is happening? Blondie, thank you for the 10. Cassidy, thank you for the 9. It's a baby. He's the Twitch baby. Okay. I'm going to need OBS to cooperate. No, we're not going to do that today. You know? Yeah, I wasn't in the mood either. It's fine. What shall we name it? OBS fix yourself. That's what we're going to name it. Every time I click to go and like reset my cam, it's not working. Oh God. Oh God. We're going to try it this way. I'm going to try it a different way. Troubleshooting. F that OBS. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Phoenix, thank you for the biddies. Another Phoenix? Oh my Lanta. What the flip? What the flip? Well, what's happening is it's like freezing. The camera itself is freezing. And when I go to OBS and I try to reset the source, it's like... Let me try it this way. I'm going to try it a different way. We'll see how it goes. Another one. Phoenix. How's the rest of your stream, friend? Phoenix was doing all the games, all the things. All the things. Oh my goodness. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm going to manually shut off the cam. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'll do. Warlock. Oh my God. I'm not even there yet. Oh my God. Stuff and things are happening. Maybe I just go over to my frozen screen and then I can make it work. Because what's happened, this is what's happening. I'm clicking into the properties of my camera and then it just automatically exits. The second I click into it, it's not letting me reset it. Oh God. Oh God. Oh. Okay, that's stupid. Why'd that work? That's dumb. All right. That's stupid. That I don't know. Okay. I kept trying to click into the properties and it wasn't working. I clicked into the filters. I left the filters and then it showed me the properties. What? What? I don't understand. But it's working, so whatever. Whatever. Peter? Yeah, computers. They're tons of fun. They are so much fun. Working as intended. For now it is. Yeah. Derp, thank you for the 25. Hello. Oh my God. Warlock, appreciate you, homie. Chase, hello. How are you? How was everyone's day? How was everyone's night? Whatever time it may be for you. I have a present for you. Guess what it is? Words of encouragement. Do I win? Do I win? Zero. What up, homie? We are absolutely going to be using Zero's cheat sheet today. You better believe it. You better believe it. We got 150 speed ghost today. I want to know why you feel sorry for me. Oh, the reason I feel sorry for Coach. So she was playing earlier today, and she had a ghost. It's named Richard Johnson. And the reason I feel bad for her is that her investigation number 6668. So sad. It's so sad. The game is such a tease. Ajax, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the prime, dude. Was it a long investigation? I hate it here. Yep. Well, that was a fun stream, guys. Appreciate you. God damn it. Actually, it was. That's different. You were in the truck having chats. She wasn't camping the truck. She was just sitting there talking to everybody. Oh, how's the shoulder? You know, I tried to take it somewhat easy today, and it was a little bit better. I also got BioFreeze, or whatever the hell it's called, and I rubbed that on the old shoulder. So like that seemed to help a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I got a tube of it. We got a tube of it. Exactly. Money Man, welcome in. You got your first me response on the spirit box. What'd I say? What is my goal for today's Phasmo? My goal for today's Phasmo is complete the weekly, and then after the weekly is over, have some shenanigans with a friendo. Icy Hot definitely helps. Yeah, very, very similar. Very, very similar. Get a ghost hug? That's probably going to happen. If we're goofing off, that's probably going to happen. Yeah. Active killing. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Zach, thank you for the biddies. What's up, dude? Got to get the ancient. Oh, yeah, Tiger. Dude, a lot of people were telling me about that. They're like, yeah, keep it away from your eyes. It's like, I don't know if I trust me. I don't know if I trust me. Oh, my Lanta. But yes, we're doing the weekly. And then after the weekly, Friendo is joining. So all the stuff in the things. All the stuff in the things. Spicy eyeballs. That's correct. Yeah, spicy. Tips level up fast. Do very high multiplier games. The first ghost I got in Phasmo was a Revenant. Good thing it didn't hunt. Oh, sheesh. Wait, you mean in the weekly or just like ever? Oh, God. There's no way in hell I'd be able to remember what ghost I first had. There's no way. There's zero chance that I would be able to figure that out. There's no way. It was too long ago. Are ghost farts warm or cold? That's a really great question. You know, I'd say that they're like, I don't know. I guess they're like room temp, probably. Maybe a little chilly. All you need is a light jacket. Let me get the weekly deets up here. By the way, I'm fairly certain, and Mayor pointed this out and others pointed this out as well, that the weekly information we're going to have today is incorrect, and that you get 3 evidence, not 2. 3, not 2. How do you know the temperature? You know how many times we've been farted on? You just do one of these guys, and you can figure it out. Everyone's been telling me they've been getting 3 evidence. Everyone's been saying they've been getting 3. So I'm going to absolutely believe it. Was it a little bit hard? I imagine so. I mean, it's Camp Woodwind, 150 ghost speed. It's 3. There you go. Thank you, Zero. Yep. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I think we have a 1 minute timer, monkey paw. So, I mean, I guess technically we could turn it into like a 2 minute. If I wait till the end of the first minute and then I trap the ghost, I could make it a 2 minute and buy me some time to find it. No UV equipment, which can make it feel like 2. Right. Right. Playing low res again? No, that is not what we're doing. We're not playing low res again. Got lucky on the 5-run, 3 DOs. Oh, sheesh. Out of the 5 runs you had 3 DOs? Jeez. All right. Let me get that guy. Get this guy. That's good. That's good. Boop, 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 boop. Hope everyone's day been going good. Has been good. How was your day? Welcome in. Ghosty spawns and sprints. Yeah. It's 150 speed. It is speed momentum. Where's my t-shirt from? My merch store. FlashForceMerch.com. My day's been good, Ajax. How's yours been? The Halloween shirt might be going away. This one is not. This one's here to stay. This one's not going anywhere. Splash. Thank you for the 18. Started playing Phas. Loving it so far. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Let us do the old flippery doodah. Thank you guys for the early freaking hype train. You crazies. Got to rotisserie my DO. Nice. Over the fire. Let's go.
Welcome back.
Aye.
Job's ready for you.
Waiting for the stream all day. Oh, I appreciate you. Think I'm getting played by the mimic and can't tell. Are you in a hunt right now? Why are you here? I don't know how people do that. They like watch someone play Phasmo while they're playing Phasmo. How do you double Phasmo and do it successfully? That's just, I guess that's something I can't do. Can't wait to get the merch on Christmas. Oh, we're working hard. He is working hard. It's called multitasking. I'm aware of what it's called, Break. Cozy, thank you for the gifted to Spooky Latte. Appreciate you. I put the stream volume incredibly low. Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, to be fair, when I'm editing at work, I'll have a stream open on the monitor above me, and it'll just be muted. It'll just be muted. Double Phasmo sounds like a good time. I guess it just depends, man. Guess it just depends. Let's... Nope. There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need. I love that there's no goose sounds in the lobby. That's one of my favorite updates as of recently. That's been one of my favorites recently for sure. All right, that is good. We'll go here. We'll do this one. Goo sounds in the lobby. Oh yeah, goo, not goose. Goo, not goose. The goo sounds from whenever the event was happening. It was the worst. It was the worst. And they left it the entire time. Shit, they extended it twice. All right, there we go. There we go. I don't know what the ocean sounds are for. I don't know what those are for. Goose sounds are annoying. Amen. Amen. Painting, how are you? Welcome. Welcome. Get the ghosty. We're gonna try. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna listen to what it sounds like for a ghost to be 150 speed. Just so that way everyone is on the same page here as to what that should sound like. Everyone's attentive, aware, ready. You know? We're gonna try. Oh my word. It's what's up, dude? Never attentive, aware, or ready? That's fair. You do you, boo-boo. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. Are we ready for this? I think we don't waste any time. I don't think we don't waste any time. Arson, this is not an LFG channel, dude. There's plenty of other places to do that. You can do that inside of Discord. You can do that inside of the Phas Discord, my Discord, plenty of other places. Using Twitch chats to be like, anybody want to play? Nah, yeah, don't do that. No. Rafi, welcome in, dude. Or Rory. I don't know. There's 4s in there. I got nothing. Appreciate it. Welcome in. All right, let's do it. This week's challenge is Hide and Seek Extreme. This ghost wants to play a game. You better hide. Camp Woodwind for 5K. And the details for this one are as such. Now, there is a change on this, though. We actually get 3 evidence. We don't get 2. We do get 3. So be aware of that. But the player speed is 100. The ghost speed is 150. We get the monkey paw every time. No flashlights, but it's outside, so it should be a little bit better. And then there's all of our equipment. Yeah, I also don't think we get the UV. Is that correct? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. We also don't get the UV. So 3 evidence, no UV. No UV. Okay. So the only corrections for this page are that you actually get 3 evidence and no UV, but everything else is the way that it is. So that is that. Here are the super deets if you want them. As always, Mr. Mike provides. Again, the only thing will be the evidence that'll be different, but here is your player settings. There are your ghost settings. There is your contract. There's your contract. Again, this is 3, not 2. 3, not 2. All right. We're good to rock. Didn't you say, yeah, Christian? Yeah, I did for like 2 years. Oh boy, this should be a blast. Best way to identify a spirit by using incense, knowing that it's not going to hunt you for 180 seconds. Yeah, that's the best way. There's nothing else that stands out about a spirit. Literally smudging using incense is the only way to know. Yep. Or just narrowing it down by saying it's not all these other ghosts and it's that one. Yeah. How do I see that weekly page? Because it's inside of Mike's Discord. Yeah, but I'm forwarding it from his to mine as well. Yeah. Did this earlier. It was crazy difficult. I think it's gonna be crazy difficult for many. It's gonna be difficult for me. It's not like I'm gonna walk in here like it's not gonna be a walk in the park for me. No way, dude. No way. I wish you all the easily identifiable ghosts and no rude ones. I'm gonna get the worst ghost in the game. Thanks, Cozy. When you use the monkey paw, is it always good to lock it in a spawn room? It just depends on what your intentions are. What are you trying to do? If you want it to hunt, then that's a good use of it because you're not the only downside. I mean, you're locking in its room, but the downside is that it hunts. But if you want it to hunt, there's no real downside there. It's just locked for 60 seconds. So it's going to be a good one to do here because if the ghost is inside of a tent, that tent will lock, which we know. So we'll know where the ghost room is. I'm probably, I don't know. We're going to have to talk strategy on this one. We're going to have to talk strategy, man. I don't know. Yeah. Kay, thank you for the biddies. Alyssa, hello. Should you do your first prestige? Yeah, you should. I absolutely think you should. Probably not spinach. No. No. I do it every now and then. Not all the time. Every now and then. Alrighty. I think it's time. Let's rock.
The equipment and get
the challenge is broken? Why is the challenge broken? What's wrong with it?
Got the intel. Looks like
Tika, how dare you?
We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left.
Hey, Lynn, what's up, dude? Wish you luck. Thank you. Thank you. Predict a Revy? Oh, we need to listen to sounds. Oh, we should do that first. Where is our page? Where's our page? Let's pull up our page and give it a listen. Let's give it a listen. So what we want to look at is we want to look and see / hear what a 150% speed ghost sounds like. A normal one. It's really important to know that because then when you hear the ghost hunt, you know if it's not a normal speed ghost. It just makes it easier. So what you can do I go to tools. I go over here. If you do exclamation point cheat sheet, it'll pull it up, by the way. But then you can change the speed here. We want to do 150, and then you can change what it is walking or running on. So wood, stairs, grass, gravel, carpet. So we'll do gravel, grass, and we'll do a normal speed ghost. So a spirit would be a normal speed ghost. This is 150. That's 150. So if it's a revenant, it'll sound like this when it's walking without any sort of line of sight. Sounds like a normal ghost. Now, if it sees me, it drops sick beats. Yeah. So, get your ear holes ready. Get your ear holes ready. Oh, man. Do a Moroi at 0 sandy now? Oh, yeah. I could do that. Oh, yeah. I can do that. No Steel Series. One day I'm going to actually update you. But if we go, hold on. If we go down to a Moroi right here, where it has, you have no sanity and full line of sight. It's a sick beat. Yeah, I think it's Eminem. All right, we're good. It's over from there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get to that point. I think we'll be a goner by the time it hits that. Yeah. All righty, Ronald Phillips. We shall see. We have a 1 minute timer, which means that the ghost cannot hunt us for a minute, which allows us some time to find it. We know that we have the monkey paw. So that means that if I want, a strategy here might be that I pay attention to the timer, walk around, do a lap, get the paw, listen, hear the ghosty. If we don't hear it, I look back here, I see how much time I have. I can trap the ghost. And then if I trap the ghost, it buys me another minute. That might be one of the strategies you do. But first things first, you check for bonus orbs. Always check for bonus orbs. Because if you find them here, you know where the ghost is, and you can immediately start getting equipment to where it needs to be. It's the way to go. Always check for Orbeez on the outsides, or the insides for that matter, if they can spawn there, if it's a ghost room, but I don't see any. I don't see any. We have hiding right there, though, so that's good. That's good. Okay, this is useless as a single player, as a solo player. Absolutely useless. Possibly in the white tent. Oh, I think you saw what I usually see. Like, you see the leaves moving and stuff. I think that's what you think is that. Yeah, power's on. All right. Well, we don't have any incense. I have a crucifix. This is the closest thing I can do to protecting myself. I hate it here. Let's take this. Let's take this. I could always do this. I think we're just gonna. Okay, this looks ridiculous. It is a tier 1 camera on a tier 3 tripod. It's like I went full-fledged money and then just ran out. All right. Hey, Kyle, how are you? Ortega, thank you for It's a rough challenge. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna do our bestest though. Yeah. Jay, appreciate you guys, man. All right, ear holes at the red ape. Ear holes at the red ape. I don't hear anything. Is that the bone? Farted on. Awesome. Wait, is that an orb? Oh my God. Wait. Did I just shut this? No. All right. Well, I don't know if you're technically there or not, but I'm going to buy myself some more time. 14, 13. I didn't grab the paw. Oh my God. Okay. You're dead. Yeah, I'm gonna die. I waited too long. We'll do this. We'll do this. Okay. Oh. I can't see it anywhere, dude. I literally can't see it anywhere. Yep, you're invisible. That's bullshit. Where's the paw? Run! What the Okay. I'm gonna try something here. I wish to trap the ghost. Buys me 60 seconds. Wait. What? Excuse me? What? It spawned over there. I still put this in there? Damn it. It's all right. Put that up there. Where's my camera? Now, this ghost was extraordinarily fast. I need to check my speeds. Let's go over here. Okay. What does a Thay sound like before you age it? I think it's a Thay. Is that identical to what I just played? Yeah, that's a Thay. Yeah, that's a Thay. What is the evidence for a Thay? Orbs writing dots. Then I got nothing. Orbs writing dots. So let's go to the truck for a second and take a peek. Shall we? What's up, Silent? How are you? So I wished to trap the ghost and it shut that tent. It locked that tent. I wasn't near that tent. Am I being fooled? No, because it started hunting from inside of there. Mimic, maybe? If it was a mimic, I would still have orbs. Yeah. That's the hard part. We still would. Rule, welcome in. Thank you for the prime, dude. It sounded so fast. That sounded Thay fast. Don't you need to be closer to see orbs? No. The orbs will be floating in and out and around. They'll be floating in and out and around. If this were a Moroi with no sanity, this is what it sounds like. That is not what the speed we just heard was. This is the speed we just heard. That is what we heard. So you tell me where the F my orbs are. Let's do a lap. We'll do a lap real fast. It's a they then. Right, but that doesn't answer my question about where the evidence is. Unless they are behind the map, under the map, around the map. You got me, dude. You got me. Probably stuck in the wall or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if that's a thing or not. I mean, it shouldn't be, but who knows? I mean, what's the worst thing that can happen? I think we just go back inside. I haven't seen dots either. I also have not seen dots. It is the map. All right, let's take that in there. Let's take this in there. Not going to really be useful. We don't need any of this stuff. Don't need any of that stuff. You know what? Just so I feel better about myself. I'm probably going to run in here and get got. The only other option. Okay. That doesn't sound fast enough. That's a Raiju at 2.5. That doesn't sound fast enough. No, we're going to run back in. If I get got, I get got. Maybe we'll get lucky and I'll be able to make it over there. E. Where are you? Are you near? Is it back there? It is. I hear it. I hear it. There's my temps. That's effed. Okay, it's moved. The orbs are back here. That makes it extra confusing. That's an orb. Where are you? Are you near? Yeah, you're not going to give me that. You're going to give me this. I just saw dots. Go ahead. Write in the book. Do it. Right. Do it. On principle. Just give me all the evidence. Come on. A little bit slower. A little bit slower. We've aged it now. Thank God for the grace period. Seriously, dude. Sound too slow to be a Thay? It's aged. It's aged. I just wanted to write in the book on principle. Hey. Let's go, nerd. Hop 2. Two evidence. Everyone's been getting 3. So if anything, this will also help prove that, if that does happen. Yeah. So we'll see. Jamie. Thank you, friend. I might go get the other book if I have time. Because I know his sheet said 2, but everyone's been getting 3. Oh, sheesh. All right. I really want to get that. I really want to get it. Sounds like a Moroi? Can't be. Literally can't be. Literally cannot be. Can we see the book from here? The Thay can age 10 times. It can age 10 times. If that's what you're curious about. So every 1 to 2 minutes that you spend near it, you age it. Yeah. Yeah, we have orbs. We have orbs and dots. I was just trying to get 3 because there's people that are convinced right now that you can only get 2. But no, you can get 3. You can get 3. All right, we're running back in with the other book. I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. I want it. I'm stubborn. I want it. Three. It might hunt me. Hey-o. There you go. So everyone's saying 2 evidence, 2 evidence, 2 evidence. No, you get 3. We have writing. We have orbs. We have dots. It is a Thay as we suspected. Expected, suspected. It's a Thay. Yeah. So you do get 3 evidence. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
We were pretty convinced of a Thay based on the speed. I just really wanted to get the evidence to show that we can get the 3 evidence. So we know that we can. So nice. Super freaking fast. I'm not upset to have that as our first ghost. Let's do it again. Let's rock. Easily identifiable. I am not upset. Uh-oh. Oh no, there's like a million orbs out there. How am I gonna see this one?
Reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
All right. If you see any snow going up, let me know. Oh look, there's upward snow. I found it. There it is. The old up snow. All right, it's over there. It's to the right. That works. Benefits of checking your camera. You might have orbs. Yeah, it looks like it is. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. Oh, no. It looks like it's this room. Do you know what? This is a room. This entire area is a room. Yeah. That's yikes. But that's okay. That's okay. What we can do is maybe we can floor it on this one and get some stuff over there. We don't have flashlights, so I'm going to use this. All right, get to the door. We know we're safe here. Put the dot there. Put the book there. Okay, go back over here. Get this one. We get the spirit box. We get the EMF. Okay, put that one there too. Put that there. Put that there. There we go. What mode is this? Doing the weekly. Doing the weekly. Oh yeah, those clipboards to the left, you can absolutely use them. And they are like forever lights because you see that they don't go dim. So I use them as place markers to know where I put my equipment when I can't use a flashlight. So now I know exactly where my equipment is. Spirit box, EMF, dots, book. Yeah. Yeah. You just got to be wicked smart. All right, let's take 2 crucifixes. We're going to get this so we can see that camera again. Where's the orb? You see the orb in the back there? You see that? I don't know where it went now. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Yeah, it's here. There we go. All right. Oh, didn't want to do that. There we go. Writing down. Spirit box. EMF. I have time. Okay, get all my evidence in there. Still have time. I'm going to get another, and I'm going to get salt. Okay, book. More dots. I'm going to run back here and go get the monkey paw. Hopefully in time. Oh God, I can't see it. I can't see. I wish to trap the ghost. Okay. Walked in salt. It's not a wraith. That's right, it's locked. This is going to be short on time. I probably need to go find hiding. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you angry? Yo, you ugly? Where you at? Turn that off. What are you doing over there, Fran? It's going to start hunting soon. Damn. Is that another one? Is that another Thay? What? Dude, that was so fast. Where are the orbs? Where are the orbs? Oh, God, they're over there. There's really nowhere to hide. Really nowhere to hide. I mean, I could pray that it doesn't come over here. Okay. There we go. Clark, thank you for the prime. What's up, dude? Trenton, welcome in. Fast. Gillian, how are you? Yeah. The orbs are all over the place, man. They are all over the place, but let's watch this real fast. Maybe we'll get lucky again. It sounded really fast. Really, really, really fast. Yeah. They're hiding in the yellow tent. No, it's one of my favorite hiding spots. Behind those like sleeping bags in the back there. It's not open. It's not open. I hear you. I hear you, homie. You like walking through the dots would be super cool. Super cool. Withering Witch, thank you for the 16. As of right now, thinking Thay. It'd be nice to get other evidence like the dots or something like that, just in case. But I don't know where the ghost is. We know that the orb is there, so we know that the room is here. But I don't know physically where the ghost is walking around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, we're going back. We're going back. We don't have anywhere to hide. Not really. So this should be interesting. Should be interesting. I'm going to probably just go behind the picnic table. Hope that I live. If I don't, well, then we go Thay. Call it a day. Is there a book there? Yeah, there should be 2. Yeah, I have a book over here, and I think a book a little bit closer to us. Again, I'm not exactly sure where this thing is walking around. You hitting the toilets, you were fine? Oh, I don't think I can get that far. I can't hear a damn thing. I can't hear a thing. Hasn't. Schedule. Yeah, if you do exclamation point. Well, that wasn't very nice. Oh, I'm taking a leak. Yeah, I don't like hiding there. It was a Raiju. Oh my, it sounded so fast. It got me good. It got me good. Damn. Damn. The speed for the Raiju is this. It sounded faster than that. It totally did. Stalls are full. Oh yeah, I don't trust it. Even though I still try to use it, hoping that one day it'll actually work, the ghost always gets me there. But that's okay. We go back again. Luckily, you don't have to like go across the entire map in Sunny Meadows and all that jazz to do all this. You go in a minute, it hunts you. If you don't get it, you try again. Yeah. How did it know where I was hiding? It just tries those stalls. It tries those stalls all the time. Yeah, I never trust those as hiding spots. There's a reason they don't get blocked. They're not official hiding spots. You can break line of sight in the stall for a short amount of time, but beyond that though, yeah. Any Hoosiers. All right. Steven. What do you got for us, Steven? Any herbs? I have hiding there, which is super great. Super great. The hiding keeps changing on us, which is awfully interesting. All right. Before we open the gate and start our timer, though, we are going to take the video camera and go take a peek over. Yeah. Any Orbeez? Be super cool. Is that just a reflection? Yeah. Yeah, I thought I saw an orb. It's just a reflection. Yeah. Slides, welcome in. All right. Now, when you open the door, though, there's no point in wasting time. Like, you might as well start working your way around trying to find out where the ghost is. Because waiting for it to throw something from here, the time you walk in, it's going to be over. It's going to get you. So you might as well just go for it. Might as well go for it. Ghosty. Sheesh. EMF 2. Can you toss stuff over the gate? Yeah, you can throw stuff through the gate, like to get yourself ready, but you can't set anything down, though. That's the problem. You can't set anything down. You know what? We're going to take this. I have 30 seconds, which is fine. I heard over here now. Play ball? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Taking a wee. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near?
Here.
Not a Jinn. We might wait and hide. Slenderman! Is that multiple things or just one? Ooh, spicy. Okay, that works. Was that multiple things or was that just one? I kind of want to hear it hunt. If it eats the crucifix, we'll go from there. Can't check for UV, homie. Okay. What are you making? Yeah? It's hungry. I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, we're good. Making me stew? Let's go. Is that what we heard? If that's what we heard, that's a Moroi. Spirit box writing freezing. I don't think I don't. I need more. Here, you go in there. I need more. I need more. Courtney, thank you for the gifted. Hellfire, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. If you have an open room trapping it, does it make the ghost unable to hunt if you're there with it? No. It just won't lock any doors in that room if there's no doors. Yeah. You're thinking fast twin? I think it was too fast for a fast twin. I think it's too fast. Come on, hunt one more time. Yeah, I agree, Raven. I think it was too fast. Come on. You don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Oh, I might just have to do this. Okay. I'm gonna try. Run. I'm not gonna have time for this. There's no shot. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna get got. I'm gonna get got. I'm gonna get got. I don't know where it is. I can't see it. Help. Where is it? I wish to trap the ghost. I wish to trap the ghost. So bad. You shut your lips. You shut your lips. I wish to trap the ghost. Oh my gosh. I wish to trap the ghost. All right. That buys me 60 seconds. I'll take it. I'll take it. Stop it. You knock it off. All right. We know we have spirit box over there. Let's check temps. Let's check temps. C-Rod. Thank you for the biddies, dude. I don't know. It's cold, but it ain't freezing cold. That's yikes. Major yikes. Doesn't recognize. Yeah, you just have to double tap Windows. It's okay. It's okay. Not a big deal. It's okay. No writing yet. It's over there now. I'm gonna sneeze again. I was like, okay, you can just kill me. I was curious if I could fit between the tree. If I could fit between the tree and the cooker. Yeah, you can't do that. Also, it ran over to here, by the way. Yeah. Did you see my body? I was being cooked. That sumbitch was eating me. Did you see it? That son of a bitch. Oh, he was having roast me. Death for science. That's right, dude. Oh my God, C-Rod. Oh my God. Guys, I have ads starting that are about to start. We're going to wait. I'm not going to do the next game until they're over. Oh my God. I'm going to have to watch that clip back. C-Rod, dude. Thank you for the biddies. Holy hell, man. Medium rare. Okay. I'm going to have to. Okay. Ads are playing. So we wait. We wait. Open. 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 Open says me. I just want to get to the frame where it showed me being barbecued. That's all. Andreas, how are you? Welcome in. All right, go there. Go there. Wait for it. Wait. Oh, it was after I came back. That's right. What? Hey. Slow down the speed. Speed. We'll go to a halftime. That son of a bitch. Look. That son of a bitch was eating me. He's like, how do you like yours? Oh my God. That's a thought. I wish that I could have gotten closer. Yeah, that's the best that I got right there. I walked back out. I walked back out and I saw my... You see where I spawned. Wait, what'd you say? Oh, what's up? What's up, Smile? C-Rod. Thank you, guys. Getting cooked? Yeah. I could do the lingo that all the kids say. Bro got cooked? Yeah. That's so stupid. So dumb. All right, ads are playing. We have like a minute left, but we'll wait till they're over and then we'll get back to it. Oh my God, that's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are. I like my steaks just flash grilled. Wow. Wow. Let him cook. No, get me off the grill. Don't you now listen here. Why is there communication happening through bits? Did you get cold? Oh, maybe it was a nice ghost. Maybe it was trying to warm me up. Oh. Oh. Still doing the weekly? Yeah, I have one more to do. I have one more. I failed on the second one because it was a fast ghost. This is now the third ghost in a row that changes speed based off of something, whether it's sanity, age, electronics. Yeah. Yeah. You're not supposed to put your head in the oven? I do what I want. I'll tell you how to live your life. Only good spots to hide are the little tents. Yeah. I like that spot though. I like that spot though. Think I'm gonna get an easy one? Ooh. A Dio? I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be mad. Bop, 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 bop. All right. Ready for round 3? Ready for round 3? What did I turn on? Oh, I have an OBS filter that I usually use for you guys to be able to see easier in case there's like a really dark moment or something like that. But yeah, I couldn't see the ground, so I used it. Hey, Courtney, let's go, dude. Hell yeah. GG's. Almost Prestige 1, let's go. He's live? No. No, he's not live. Thanks, Axis. I appreciate you. Oh my God. Fluff. Thank you for the 9 months. Vars, thank you for the 9. Yeah, wait, one more. This will be technically round 4. This will be technically round 4. Yeah. Can you outrun a Dio at 150 speed? Yes, you can outpace a Dio. Especially when you're 100% speed. Even at 50% speed, you can outpace a Dio. Yeah, as long as you don't get caught on anything, you're fine. It might get a little bit closer if you get caught on something, but yeah, you'd still be all right. Alrighty. Let us go and finch this, shall we? Let's finch it. Favorite cursed object is the music box. Came up when you were scrolling. Hey, let's go. Hell yeah. Camp Wood of the Wind. That is right. We've had reports of violence, George. We need you to be kind to us, George. Are you going to give us any orbs, George? I don't think you are. Our hiding spot's there again, though, which I'm not upset about. We are not upsetty spaghetti. So, let's go peek over the fence, shall we? Let us give it a peek. Might get lucky, might see some orbs pop out of a tent or something like that. You never know. Grab it! Give it a bees. Nothing immediately. The ghost can't be active until I open the door. So the minute countdown doesn't start until this gate opens. Until it opens. Juju, thank you for the biddies. Let's make George Craft the inventor of craft singles. I don't know. We could ask Chiba, though. Chiba would know all about it. All right, let's take this. Let's take you. And let's go. Guessing a Banshee? All right. Minute starts now. As of right now, I hear diddly squat. I heard something. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Are you friendly? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Oh, do I trap you? I don't have time. Don't have time. He's next to me. Run. Sounds normal. This is a Polty. C-Rod. God. That's the mini battle. Oh my God. Aura Reed, welcome back. Thank you for the raid. How are you? I have a feeling this might be a poultry. I don't know where it is though. I wish to trap the ghost. Okay. I think it's in the middle here. I think that's why we heard nothing. Don't get cooked again. Hey, I live my own life. I do what I want. You don't tell me what to do. Ghosty, do you need the light off? Is that what the problem is? I think it might be a shade. I don't know, man. Lots of stuff was thrown. Lots of stuff. Like, look at these. Why can't I? Are these glued to the ground? Where the hell did that start? Where did that start? I keep getting stuck on things too. I've noticed that. Yeah, look at all this stuff. I think I just literally heard it to a pile. I think I just heard it do one. Over there. I swear I think I heard it. I hear it over there. I hear it. Fritz, thank you for the 2 months. Appreciate you. What's up, Mango? Might be close to the red tent. I think it is. I think it is. Can't get that one. C-Rod, appreciate you, homie. We don't need this really, but F it. Open says mate. Come on. Look at this. Just do it. Just do it. Holy shit. Don't go. Excuse you. Sir, I need to, I'm gonna, if you don't mind me, I'm just gonna scooch on by here. Don't mind me. Just gonna scooch if you don't mind. I'm just gonna do the old scooch. Yeah. Just gonna go over here. Out here in the rain, not wearing any pants. I would love to see a Pulte explosion. A Pulte explosion would be lovely. Mango, thank you for the biddies. Hold on. I'll get back to you here shortly, friend. Okay. Listen. We know you're here. Do it. Do it. Do the thing. Do it. It's not going to do it. It's just going to hunt us and get us. It's not doing it. It's going to come out of the tent with marshmallows. Let's go. Kind of slow. Does it sound slower? Did you hear it? Did you hear it in there? Oh, I never brought the camera over there. Yeah, did you hear it? It did the pile when the light was off. So the speed of said Pulte at 150 should sound like this. And that sounds right. George. Oh, George. Oh, George. I'm pretty sure that we heard a Pulte pile. And we're going to check the ghost abilities as soon as we get out of the map to make sure that we heard what we heard.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
It did a ting, but I wanted to see the ting. You know? I wanted to see the ting. That's okay. Poultry. We knew it. It was throwing so much stuff. So much stuff. Abilities used 3 times. 3 times. I think I heard it twice. I'm pretty sure I heard it twice. That last time, 100% heard it. 100%. For sure. So there we go. 5K. XP, monies, play it safe, be careful, SpongeBob, take it easy. If you have a hiding spot, don't be afraid to use it. Don't just stand out in the open and let the ghost get you. Try to figure out what it is. Like we said, there's awesome tools like the Phasmophobia cheat sheet that Zero has made to give you some reference as to what the ghost speeds are like. So you can go in here and change the speed and you can listen and hear the ghosts and know what they sound like. It gives you a better idea. So if you ever decide to start doing just a bunch of 150% runs, you know what the ghosts sound like. Super helpful, dude. Super helpful. Super helpful. Have you tried the BPM finder on the desktop link for finding? No, I don't think I have. You mean the tap, Zero? Where do you find it? Exclamation point cheat sheet. Yeah. What would the assign look like? On the lowest settings? Oh, God, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. You wouldn't be able to see a thing, man. What map do I want to add? I really want a broken down like Carnival. Yeah. Really. Which country? Which country do you think? Theme park? Yeah, so do I. It did a ting. Does the Unreal test not work anymore? I had several blow out 3 candles quickly and didn't hunt. Did you have another flame lit? Because if you did, If you had another flame lit, then you canceled it out. Abandoned Six Flags. Roger that. All right. I need to exit solo and go to multiplayer.
Welcome back.
Sort out built-in overlay software. You can download links to the sheet, giving you an in-game hotkey for timers and such, as well as a hotkey. Ooh. No need to tab out or change screens. 0. I'll have to check it out. Ooh, I'm interested. That'd be lovely. Not having to go back and forth. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. All right, let me go to multiplayer. Let me go to Discord.
Looks like there are others out
A
there
guest star is joining. Yes, they are. Guys, by the way, if you're not in the Discord and you want information about the game, the community, about my videos, whenever I post, go live, hanging out with everybody. If you have Phas questions that don't get answered, you can always ask in there. The links are there and the rest are there. So we will see. We will see. An abandoned arcade. Oh, listen, man. I would love an arcade. An arcade would be sick. That'd be super cool. Hattie, hello. All right. Create room. This. Download buttons at the bottom of the links tab on the cheat sheet for when you check it out. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. 1,000,000% going to check it out. Absolutely. Yeah, the ability to get all that information without having to tab in and tab out. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. How are you, Miss Hadrona? Oh man, if I missed anything, sorry. I just really wanted to get through the weekly without too much craziness. C-Rod, Mango, Grunt, like all these bits, dude. You guys are crazy, man. Poison, thank you for the tier 1. Holy shite. Holy shite. Hey.
Oh my god.
Just, oh my god. It's a
Breath
Chingus.
smells like peppermint Mountain Dew. I don't know why, but I kind of liked it.
No, it's probably the Mountain Dew that's mixing with the shoulder rub. It's just making it smell like peppermint.
Oh, that's hot.
That's hot. That's hot. It's cool hot. It's cool hot.
Mountain Dew flavored body massage oil. Is that a thing?
I'm not sure that we want to refer to things as like flavored when they're just meant to be like a lotion or an oil.
Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, whatever.
It is
what it is.
Anyway, yeah. How did your challenge mode go, sir?
It was good. It was good. I got fooled by one ghosty. I got fooled by a Revy. I mean, a Revy. Gosh darn it. I got fooled by, no, it was a Raiju.
Oh.
Sorry.
Raiju. Okay. Yeah. I get that one now.
It was just around electronics the entire time, so it fooled me. But other than that, the other 3 knocked it down.
That's amazeballs, man.
Sir, yes, sir.
That's amazeballs. So since I don't stream normally on Monday nights, I just figured I'd knock on some Flash door and see what was up. Because I have no plan. Yeah, I have no plan. So I just figured.
Oh, I never changed my card.
6 straight hours of meme runs. Let's go.
All right, let's do this. Ew.
Hold on. I want to see if this updated for me real quick.
All right, you're fine. Excited? Yeah. Mr.
So
Chingus.
I only
Love this
need
man.
3 more point hopes.
3 more.
3 more would get me the point hope badge.
Okay.
But we won't talk about the other 2 because
you have a while to go.
Yeah. I'm about halfway done with campsites, and I've got a monstrous 5 Sunny Meadows completed.
Listen, calm down, dude.
Yeah, you can. I know. I'm sorry.
If you want to do any point hope, I am down. You let me know. It's up to you, friend.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was speed running point hope. Just getting the ghost and getting out of there is what I had started.
We can do that right now.
And it's
if
funny
you
you say that because we just sure. Let's do it. Let's.
Sir, yes, sir.
Content.
Yeah. Do you want to like speed run, or do you want to actually do an investigation on it?
I was thinking. I mean, is there a difference when it's you and me working together?
Dang.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just pat us both on the back?
Dang, what a flex. Wow, I didn't say nothing. Refreshed audio was cutting out. What was happening?
I know. I was just giving you credit. Credit's due.
Oh my god. See all the trophies I've got? Yeah.
Let's.
They're right there.
I mean, let's do some perfect investigations on Point Hope. Why not?
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Challenge mode.
Yeah.
Point Hope. Let's do this.
Mayor says the two of us together were guaranteed to fix something or miss something.
Guaranteed to miss something? Look,
Guaranteed to the two of you together, you'll forget something.
She doesn't have to say it, even though it's true. It doesn't make it any nicer.
I know that's fair.
Let's go.
That's fair.
You two old guys. Hey, listen. You be kind to me. You be kind to me. Oh my god. Hey,
I'm almost back to level 100, but I do have all tier 3 equipment for us.
That's nice.
It's so nice.
That's lovely. I'm not upset.
I really don't think I'm prestiging for a little bit, so I'll be gear daddy.
That's fair. I mean, really, what are you getting out of it? Right now, it's
extra loadouts. I mean, that's all the craze.
Once you get 10 loadouts, you're like, well, that's it. Had fun. All right, I'm gonna actually drop the temps. I'm gonna bring this guy. We're gonna try this. Respect your elders. Damn right. Mayor's honesty. Yeah. Yes. That's one thing we appreciate about Mayor. Whatever.
Bing bong.
My turn. We can find no Frank yet. Oh, hey, bathroom owner.
That was for the. Oh. Yeah, it happens in the morning. It's fine.
Oh, well, I don't want to be in this room. And the juice is here? Oh my. It must be my birthday. Be a miling? I don't know. I'm gonna use this with hopes that if it does something above me, that I'll hear it. Where's the cursed? I don't know. Don't forget your sausage. Oh, we'll come back for it.
Yeah,
no. Hi, Queen. Ghosty. What you doing, dude? Oh, crunch. Oh, what was that? Can't you scream now? Point Hope is too big for a small map. Yeah. Agreed upon.
It is in the main bedroom. It is throwing stuff and really cold.
Ooh, Vecna? Is that you? Crouch. It's going to show up in 3, 2, 1. Nope. I don't have enough energy yet. Hold on.
You didn't pay the ghost actors enough?
No. No. Hey, turn this light on, nerd. No evidence. No, we're doing a nice little comfy pro. Nice little comfy pro to get warmed up. I've never actually looked in the reflection of this. I'm just looking to see what's there. Okay.
I don't see a reflection. Are you a vampire?
I don't see your reflection. Are we both vampire?
Oh, I don't know. Did you bite me and turn me into a vampire?
I mean, do you want me to bite you?
I mean, are you offering? It's freezing. 0.8. At 0.8 for a brief second.
Hey, oh. All right. This ghost doesn't want to show up.
No. No, the ghost union's mad at us because we're working together again. And they said something about big corporate streamer
trying to stop
being
them
an official
years ago, and
creator
here they are again.
Yeah.
Trying to throw the book at us.
Yeah.
What does the book say? Oh, the secrets.
What does the book say? Ooh.
Ooh. Extreme. I'm getting
The
Bruce.
secrets of 1974.
I found the secret.
Oh my goodness.
Extreme.
Bruce, are you being a good little pet shark? I'm gonna go get some stuff for us to get evidence. I'm gonna head back.
Okay. We got Bruce. All is well. I'm just gonna chase Chingus with this. Get back here.
Oh God.
Yeah, you better run. Who am I playing with? With Mr. Chingus. Hey.
Oh, I was trying to not get
Son
eaten.
of a bitch. I seen that. How dare you? That animal.
It wasn't exactly subtle. I mean,
All right. Well,
let me do
sanity
this.
is
Let me do
tanked.
this 360 in the doorway and see if he realizes what's happening.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Let's see here. We're just on pro, right?
Yeah. You should be able to get everything.
Be it blowy, incense, and cruci. Okay, get a cruci.
Tempting me with a good time. Hey, your microphone's getting
And-
crackly, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a game thing or not. It's a shark. And oh my word. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Accio, I'm not even running ads. I have no idea what you're watching right now. Case Spaz, what's up, dude? Wish you could keep it? What do you mean? I've got one in my room. Looks down and sees wholesome. Okay. I'm just waiting for him so he can check his stuff. So we wait. We wait.
All right, let's try now. Is that still crackly?
No, that's good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
On
Yeah.
YouTube. Well, wait, why would that matter?
The chat
on-
was
why
telling
would
me
that
I was
matter
all
on
good,
Twitch?
so it must
Oh,
have been the
okay.
game.
Must have been in game.
All I did, I reset my audio source again, so
Oh, okay.
just like back when we could. I'm kind of disappointed that I couldn't exterminate, though. I think it's a missed opportunity, and
I do miss some
I
exterminations.
was-
I gotta admit.
yeah, I think we need to have a word with the Faz devs. If they're gonna
Exterminate.
bug it, they've got at least make it good for the content.
Allow us to turn it on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh my god. Do the weekly. I did do the weekly. Yeah. In chat only on Twitch. So you're in chat on Twitch, but you're letting me know that there's ads on YouTube. Okay. What's good about the level 1 incense? It doesn't change the speed of the ghost. When the ghosty is hunting you and you don't want to change its speed because you want to listen to be able to hear it better, tier 1's the way to go. Yeah. Oh, you like paused. Move up to Nightmare. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Nightmare's the best. I love it. I love it. Dill.
Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
In a way.
You're away.
Taking away. There's Orbeez.
Orbs, spirit box, freezing temperatures. Oh man.
Oh.
Oh man.
You think?
That was a huge cup throw. Like that's
Thank you.
impressive.
You
What is
think?
this? Oh, that's not a cup.
I
That's
need to
a
check.
jar.
I need to check for.
Is this a honey jar in the bedroom?
Well, you
I
know.
wanted a ghost. I'm ready. Come on, ghost. I want the honey.
Okay, we get it.
Oh, yeah. You like the time. It's fine. It's fine.
Tika. Can you touch the door, the lamp,
Who
the
has a
window? Okay, we understand. Oh, thank you.
Oh, see, it's just late understanding your directions, right? That's all it is.
Hey, that's an uh-oh. We have UV.
We do, and we have a photo to delete too. We have UV.
Uh-huh.
UV. Oh, that is definitely an uh-oh.
Oh, wait, while we wait.
Oh my! I'm
hey.
so flattered.
Wait, sorry. Hey. you come here often?
No, but I think I might start.
Ooh. All right, that's enough.
Hey, do you know how many hours I wasted on this mystery box? You remember that?
Oh, I remember that. I wasted time on that damn box.
Yeah.
Thinking it actually had some kind of meaning, and it literally is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It's okay.
I still blame somebody else for that, but
you
every
know,
time I come in here, I get PTSD for the box.
You heard that? Okay. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Duly noted. Every time Chinggis goes in there, he has PTSD from the box.
Yeah, giggity. Giggity.
Giggity. Mystery box? Oh, it ain't no mystery.
So do we take the easy W or do we go for a perfect game?
Oh, don't give me options.
Well, I have the Bezos thing trying to happen, so I need that to happen.
Well, if you have that about
so
to
I
happen,
say we
can
take
dipsy
the
doodle.
W.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
got
perfectly fine.
So.
All right,
So then we
Mimake.
can do a 3-minute break. Yeah.
What if they add something to the box later? Oh, that'd be great. I would love for them to add more little Easter eggs for us to figure out. That'd be awesome. I hope that they do.
Welcome back.
Frickin' Mimake.
You see nothing. I totally circled the ghost. I don't know what you're talking about. It was
Hey,
fine.
at least one of us got it right.
Totally fine. Gosh, damn it. The whole point of me being there.
Oh, that's right. Because you didn't do that. You did not get another mark on this.
No, I didn't. Damn it.
Hold on, wait. Can you come here? Can you come over here?
I blame Mayor.
Can you come right
no,
there?
I blame
No,
Mayor.
Right there. Okay, can you look at me? All right, can you freak out real fast, please?
Ah!
A little more. Oh, that wasn't enough. I need more from you. No, I need more from you.
Rar.
All right, that'll work.
Okay, thanks.
All right, are you gonna run your stuffs?
No, Mayor, no. You quiet, Mayor.
Oh man. Hey Mexi, how are you, dude? I'm wondering, he's about to run ads, and I'm wondering if I should run them early while he's running them, just so we can time them together. Hey, Speed Racer. Where'd you get the Apocalypse? IRL trophies. I got them from a friendo in the community. Yeah, go for it. I think I should. Am I the owner of Midnight Society? I am a co-founder of Midnight Society.
Louise, I can't believe it.
Hello,
Mayor's
welcome,
yelling
welcome.
at me again.
Mayor, stop. He's sensitive. Listen, he's crying. Stop.
Oh
Yeah,
my
me and Coach Chesney
God.
are co-founders of said team. But what
All right, so I hear Christmas
are you
is
running?
going to be a joint effort too.
Hey, are you
Yeah.
running things right now?
Uh-huh. Am I running? Yeah.
What the?
What?
Oh, allow me to start them at the same time.
Oh, I mean, you're only 30 seconds behind. I
Guys,
said that's the whole
We're
point
gonna
of
run
us
ads
going
while
back
he's running
here.
ads, so that we can just get them out of the way. This is why we can't have nice things. Yeah, I think it's a good idea too. Yeah. I'm sorry. You were saying something about
Oh
Christmas?
yeah, I mean, you're doing that. Yeah, it's going to be a group effort again, right?
Oh,
That's rumor has it. Rumor has it that it's a group effort. But we get a leadership board.
So
That's
right now we don't know what it's going to be. If I were to guess, I think that they're going to do that again. Personally, I don't want it to happen. You know, I think that
with you.
The statement that I'm sticking with is that I think the ID card, that should be something the community earns. The trophy should be something you earn by yourself.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love that idea. I'm adopting this now. This is now mine.
I think that's you being able to
this
log
is now my
in.
opinion.
Being able to log in and do literally nothing and then go, boop, I get everything, makes 0 cents. 0 cents. Because that's what happened with Halloween. You could do nothing, log in, get everything.
Yes. And people did that.
And people 1,000,000% did that. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I
Yes,
feel
sir.
like we carried them. It should be like mouth hugs and
still a community goal,
bonus
force people
subs
to do their
and stuff
share.
for
Yeah.
this. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't told us anything yet, so I don't know exactly what their thoughts are. I don't know. I think they're going to do a leaderboard. I think that a leaderboard is also not the greatest idea. I think that that's going to encourage a small percent of people to to grind the game to get to the leaderboard, but that's a very small percent of people.
Oh yeah. The same people that
gonna
are like, hey
appease-
bro, what's your prestige level?
Yeah. It's going to appease a very small number. But whatevs. We'll see how it goes, man. We will see.
I don't know. I'm really interested to see. What happens.
What do you think it's going to be in those other cases? Probably other trophies. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be holiday trophies. I mean, if it is, I guess it's just going to be just a plethora of holiday trophies. I don't know what they're going to do here. I am curious what's going to happen here, because if you've got your apocalypse trophies here, my guess would be 2 other challenges, but what? You know?
I mean, we have all of these, right? Did they just put these here for symmetry? And if they did, why is there 4 on this side and 3 on that side? Ever tell you how much that bothers me? Like, what's the point of this one right here?
I mean, I'm guessing just to future-proof it. I think that's also why this is here as well. I think this is here for future-proofing too. Turn that light on, add more equipment to this board here. Yeah. I think these cases are just aesthetic. I think they're nothing. I think they're nothing burgers. Yeah.
I could agree with that.
Got a perfect game last night. Let's go. GG's.
Or we can totally start the rumor.
Tier 4
You're going to
squares.
get a suitcase and be able to carry all of your equipment in at once.
Or you're going to get tier
After you
4
hit-
dots, which
after
are going
you
to be
hit-
squares.
Oh, ooh, square tier 4 dots. Now you're talking my language.
You just have to drop your resolution as low as it'll possibly go, and you can get square dots. It works. Trust.
Each dot consists of 4 pixels in a square.
How's Patient 7 doing these days? She's doing all right. All right. How we doing, friend?
Well, I'm waiting for you to tell me that your thing is done.
My thing is done.
Okay.
Like
well,
I
we're
closing
gonna
the
do
light
point
over
home
here. Yeah.
For the very first time of this
Okay.
collab.
Okay.
Nothing happened. It's fine.
I believe in you.
I believe in you too.
No,
Thank
I believe
you.
in I believe in you. I believe in you. Shit. Try to cut him off. Is there a challenge for doing a certain difficulty on every map? No, there's not like anything you earn for doing that. No.
Nothing to report, but it looks like
All right,
whoever
here we go.
was
Speed
here
run.
left in a hurry.
Speed run.
Meow.
Speed run. What are you doing later? Well, I mean, it's 10:30. So, probably rocking games with Mr. Chinggis. Oh my God, the power's down here again.
Oh, that's too good. All right, we have hiding there.
All right.
Oh, this hiding's not.
Why tier 1 incense? I prefer it
No,
because it
check
doesn't change the speed of the ghost. Yeah. Ghosty, are you looking for a sausage? Huh?
Ghosty, would you like some sausages?
Just making sure everything's working.
Legit.
Hey, welcome
Nothing
in,
here.
Greg. Just got the first stream. Welcome in, dude. How goes it? Promise. What up, homie?
I mean, it's 1 degree cold. Oh, never mind.
Is the hiding in that little lighthouse any good? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been got inside of that room. I mean, inside of that little tent. Unless it actually knew I was there. Dezu, hey, how are you? Is it taking a poo up? Got stuck in that last. Oh. Yeah, of course. Iron, hello. How are you? Did you find it?
Maybe.
Your buddy's down here, by the way.
Hey, guess where it's at?
Is it literally all the way at the top?
It's staring in the lights right now.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah, it's up here. It just. Yep. Yep, sounds about right. All right. Well, time to go back down the stairs in this small map. You know? Daffodil. The ghost is literally all the way at the top. So now we have to run 1,500 stairs 7 times. Really, I don't even need to have this on me. We're just gonna do this in night vision. F it. F it. Off to bed. Good night, Juju. But would you walk 500 more? Da-da-da-da. Man, I love this small map. You be quiet. You be quiet.
Oh, hey, our sanity's really low.
Well, why'd you do that?
It's just a natural existence for me.
Oh, yeah, kids.
I mean, you have kids, you know what it's like.
Yep, IRL sanity gone. That's just, I think that's just natural. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We have a Chinggis cam. Should we just sit here and watch the Chinggis cam? We can just pretend like we're going up the stairs. This works great. Listen, it might be helpful if I wait at the truck and then he says, ooh, I got this evidence. And then I can bring a certain type of evidence, you know? I think it's helpful. I'm going to be able to provide information. Yeah. You're doing good, sweetie. Oh, it's so bright. I turned it off on him. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, can you tell me if that's bright?
Oh, I think it's an orb. Son of a bitch. Can I turn this on him? What if I turn it? Can I turn it right now while he's holding it? I don't think I can. Crazy. Thank you for the 28 buds. Here, we'll do a lap. Did it seem like Rhonda was trucking? Maybe she's normal speed, man. I don't know. She just seemed fast. You okay?
I think so.
Do you need anything?
She touched my hiney.
All right, get Frank. Show us on Frank where she touched you. He'll be able to tell us the speed. But all right, I don't see orbs anywhere. Thought she was really visible. She seemed pretty normal to me. Seemed pretty normal. Yeah. Hi, Core. All right, let's get that. I wonder if he's coming back downstairs or not. Wait. Where is he? Is he hiding? Are you currently hiding?
Oh no, I'm
Sleep time. Love you all. Good night, Dahlia. Love you, friend.
no, I'm just casually walking down the stairs at this point.
Oh. Yeah, that's like a 1 hour adventure.
Yeah, imagine going all the way to the top of this map.
See, now we can look at him sprinting out the door. Oh, he did get Frank. Okay. All right, show us on Frank what happened.
Right there.
Right there?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Tickled my tummy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Not
happens.
okay.
It's okay. Okay, question. Was Ghosty fast?
No.
No. Ooh, it looked fast.
Nope.
So it was normal.
Mm-mm. Did she? It sounded
They were
normal. I was
bored.
able to easily just kind of casually walk away.
Okay. It might have just seemed fast. I don't see orbs up there. Do we want to take Sanitai
Okay.
and do the ting?
That's an EMF 5.
It sure looks like it. Sure looks like it. Good night, Bacon.
Although with no ghost doors, Pulte's still in the way. There's another EMF 5.
Yeah, no ghost orbs, EMF. All right. I think maybe we take some meds and go back up. You're hurt.
Alrighty. Yeah, it happens.
As I say, yeah, you might want to double. I'll do a 1.
Double up. We're on pro, right? So that'll
Yeah.
put me at like 75.
Put this above. It should be fine. All right, I'm gonna
Okay.
take.
There's another EMF 5. It's like all perfect EMF 5s.
Yeah.
Some salt. You got
Yeah.
a cruci. I'll grab one
I
cruci,
have
a salt,
I have salt,
and
spirit box, and UV.
okay. I have the dots on me.
Okay.
So you have an incense?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, me either. Let's go.
Let's rock. Is that Discord chat? Nope, we're in game. No, I don't like playing Phasmo in Discord chat. It ruins the appeals for me. Is that slightly red? Only cost 34 sanity to walk to the top and back in multiplayer. Oh, okay. 34. We walked to the top and back and had like... No, that actually sounds right. No, that sounds right. EMF 5 doesn't have to be on the 5 mark. Not if you're looking at the chart. It's +1, -1. +1, -1. Remnants of the blood moon is what it looked like. Yeah. No fun when you don't use in-game chat. Proximity chat's where it's at, dude. What do we got?
It was playing with the gas.
Oh, that's hot.
Freezing temperatures.
That's cold.
Jin Shade Oni twins.
Gin shade. Oh my god, what the fuck? My vision just went really...
Pretty.
My vision went super blurry. Ghosty? Where did it go? No walkies?
No, not yet.
Hey, Cortana, welcome in. Love the bids. Appreciate it, dude. Can it be? Yeah, it could be. Where are
Not
you?
a name. I mean,
Did you have another salt on you? Like, did you empty that or no?
yeah, I just placed down a bunch of salts.
I was going to say we probably should have put some downstairs. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you close? Are you near? Where are you? Still freezing up here? I mean, it's cold. It's freaking... Look at that. 14 out there.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Scared me a little bit.
Freezing temperatures did rule out the Wraith. It's moved down here, didn't it?
Son of a bitch.
You son of a... Well, this is better. This is
I
better,
just wanted to
actually.
be able to check for UV.
Well, we only use 2 salts, right?
I mean, yeah, there's another one in the truck if we need it. Oh, these are open. I cannot sleep. Hey, Diogen, welcome in. Ghosty's being a stinky. I just hear it throw something. Oh, hello, Rhonda. Oh, shit. I heard a muffled
Oh,
shake.
jeez.
Just heard, oh. Hey, Sesame. Listen, dude.
Did you bring your Chrissy in too?
Nope. The other one's
Okay.
up. The other one's upstairs. Careful, SpongeBob. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Ladle.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
It's fine.
Oh, come on! Flip a switch, do the thing, you piece of sh... It's not doing it. Come put your hands around Chinggis's neck. I'll check UV that way.
Yeah, that'll work.
He's like, I'm not.
The safe word's still blue stripe sofa.
What? Hey, check my neck for fingerprints. What the
Hey, there's
hell
no
just happened?
fingerprints on your neck.
Oh, there she comes. What the fuck? Why is she so quiet? Chinggis, run! Get away from my friend, you, you piece of shit. No, look. Oh, it walked in the salt. I was like, why is it so slow all of a sudden? What the fuck? Did he just duck down? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. The sneak attack? Like, dude, that was dead silent. Why? It hunted completely silent. 100% silent. Wait a minute. I don't think it's an Oni. I have to watch it hunt again, though. Say, did I just get dot hunted? If it's an Oni, I think I got dot hunted, but I don't know. Oh, I hear a 5. I hear a 5. Yeah. Road! Roadie! Roadie, help! The ghost is so spicy. Welcome in, friends. How was stream? Roadie, I got insta-murked, man. Dude, talk about spicy. I'm sitting here next to a crucifix, hanging out, dead silent, and then I'm just dead. I'm just dead. Gotta show the clip. I could. Oh my God. Roadie, so your ghosts were spicy too, huh? Let's just pretend it's an Oni, even though I didn't get to watch it hunt more. I'll have to watch it hunt more. But welcome in. Oleg, hello, friend. Smooth Cat, how are you? Rye!
I'm gonna do one last test.
Rye, thank you for the
prime.
prime.
Back in it.
I'm okay with this. I like this. I want to see it hunt again. Oh my God. Chris! Welcome. Zenith, how are you? Squishy! Boy vey. So, he's gonna do one more test. I don't wanna... Hold on. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pause this. I'll pause this and show this after. I can't explain it. Too bad Frank can't bring you back. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, there was no cursed object being played with. It's just me and him in this game. He was standing directly in front of me. It makes no sense. I don't know why. You can throw the cruci into work. Oh, for stopping a hunt? Oh yeah, the ghost could eat the crucifix in midair. I've had that happen before. Yep. Love watching the vids. Oh, I appreciate you, Rye. Thank you. Where's the ghost, man? He said he was doing one more thing. Where is he? Where's Chingalang? Chingalang! Chingalang? Oh, there he is. Oh, hey. Props for doing the low res game. I tried it, about made me sick. Oh, you gave it a shot? Yeah, dude, it's rough. Look at the lighting on him. Where are you going? Hey, Tengu, welcome in. No card. No, there was no cursed object played with here. No, we do not do that to each other. No, no, no. We are revengers. Oh, I only got to see it for like a second. That right there did not look like an Oni. I'm curious to know if it's turned off the power, which I don't think it has. Hate to raid and run. I'm gonna hit the hay. No worries, Mr. Roadie. I appreciate you. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Glad you had a good stream. Maybe a sound glitch from the stairs. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, Song. Is that there was some weird sound thing happening where it was dead silent. That's why we didn't hear it start. That'd be my guess. Not Noni. So it's not an Oni, which would mean no dots. We haven't been able to check for that. Ghost reach through the stairs. Oh, the sound was done. Yeah, yeah, I guess so. If I was here and the ghost got to here, it still got me. Yeah. Not a shade. No, I mean, well, that's hard to say. Huh.
God damn it! I almost smudged that shark.
He almost smudged Bruce. I wish I could play it and throw it. That's too good. Salah, thank you for the 7 months. I wasn't expecting it to actually jump scare him. Oh, I have an interact button on the radio. I was like, oh, no way. Cleaning products. The problem he's going to have is distance. She's a giggling. I didn't mark it. I was going to put Jen.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Hey. I got insta-merked. So I don't know how.
I know.
We heard nothing, and then all of a sudden, just boop, I'm dead. It's like, well, that's fun.
Oh, I know. Standing next to a crucifix that wasn't fully used. And, like, where was the Jin speed boost?
I guess
like,
not far enough away.
It's never far. You know what? F that map, dude.
Yeah,
This is why.
I think that's the way.
This is why. Yeah.
I think that's the way.
All right. It's fine. I'll do it on Friendly Ghost later.
Good Lord. All right.
Oh my God.
Where else we going?
Anywhere else. Just, I don't know. Put
Edgefield.
your little thing up. Oh, Edgefield? Great.
Yep.
Yeah, wonderful.
You can choose
Let's
next
do
one.
Edgefield.
All right. Roger that.
Do we want to reduce it down to intermediate so we can survive this one?
No, you shut up. You shut your lips right now. Yeah, I'm on it, Sammy. Thank you. Ay. Just got done watching the all difficulty perfect. Yeah, dude, I want to, Mr. Tom NK21 is responsible for that. I would love to do the tier 1 version and to do the random version. I know From Colin is doing that right now, or like he has been doing it for some time. Endless. How much left for the Sunny Badge? Like halfway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are investigating Betty Shawgrass. Betty Shawgrass wants you to take a picture of her getting a mighty good blow. Make sure to repel that clinger away as we investigate Betty Shawgrass.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Endless. Dude. Thank you for the subs, homie. Holy shit. Entering the stream in style. I guess that's one way of doing it. Can the Jin insta-kill you if it uses a special and drops your state? No. It's still, there's still going to be a, oh, nice. My favorite. There is still going to be a grace period. No matter what the difficulty is. Yeah. Warlock! Ooh, up a stairs. Up a stairs.
Ooh.
Warlock, thank you for the subs. Oh my God. It threw a laptop in here. The temps are not super cold. It's colder in here. I think it's in the nursery.
Okay.
Oh, we never turned the power on. Shit. Also tornado pulte. Ah, I don't know. I'm not sold on anything quite yet. We're gonna get everything in there as fast as we can, though. Meow. Is the all difficulty the one with all the maps? It's the going from amateur to APOC 3 and just a different map for each one. Herbicles. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Are you close? Are you Chinggis? Are you spicy? Where are you?
I am.
Are you? Oh my. Oh, where are you? Are you here? No, nothing. You want to talk to me? You want to talk to Chinggis? Here, talk to Chinggis.
Okay. It's an Obake.
All right, after that.
Wow.
Imagine we get freezing and this ends up being a freaking. Oh, okay. That's just.
Oh no, no giggles. That's rude.
That's unnecessary.
That's just rude.
Imagine. All right. Well, so about that.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, can you bring your face closer to the handprint? Little more. Little more. Right there. Thank you. All right. Possible thumbnail.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
All right.
I look forward to being a thumbnail soon.
I was like, yeah, possibilities. You never know. All right. I'm going to go get the juice.
He's got the juice.
I've got the juice. Physical events still get me because I think it's a hunt. I see. It's a cool thing to hold on to, though, man. Just the fear thinking that the ghost is going to get you at all times. It's a good fear to have. Shortest video ever. No, watch it. What if it's a mimic? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? What do we need to do? Photo, firelight, repel. I know what we're doing. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. Photo, firelight, repel. We're gonna get one of these. Hey, Chinggis.
Yeah, what's up?
I know what we should do.
What's that?
I have a toy downstairs.
When's it gonna be my
There's a
turn?
music box downstairs.
Yes, there is. Yeah, yeah.
Make me sick. I'm gonna go get the other salt before we do that, though.
Okay. You gonna pull it out of there? Let me get a camera.
That's why we can't have nice things. Jenkins. Hey. You're like, hey, let me go get a camera. This is your camera.
No, this is my camera.
No, this was your camera.
You can have that one.
Oh, but I already have
used
this
that
one.
twice. It's useless now.
But I got this one.
I've upgraded. Yeah. I
All
needed
right.
a camera like Chivas.
Ah, so we can switch between the cameras. I get it.
Yeah, and so I can zoom in on my hair follicles.
All right. Are
I'm
we
ready.
ready?
So ready.
So ready.
So pumped. I'm so ready.
That
I didn't see it.
rude as shit.
I didn't see it.
Oh, well, hold on. Now we need like a flashlight so we can see the damn thing. Hold on. Oh, ruined. Can I get the flashlight at head level? Is that possible? How can I do that? Maybe I do it like one of these. Yeah. I was trying to see if I could get it like head level.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. All right. You ready?
Where's the count? No, I don't have the actual camera in my hand.
Okay.
Okay. I'm right.
Oh, we have a crucifix for here, by the way. So we should be. I mean.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. We just got to get the picture before it pops. Gotcha. Let me get the poopy water. Oh.
Oh, gross!
Oh God, it's toothless. Ew.
Oh no! It was that one. We still need a firelight blow, by the way.
Oh, I thought I put it in there.
You did. You just never
Go out
lit
on
it.
its own?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad Wi-Fi. Hello. How are you?
that happened.
Stupid Toothy McToothface.
Oh, this first closet right here is good for hiding.
Oh. I don't know what our sanity is, but we do have to repel it.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Should I remove said crucifix to see if you insta-die again?
Listen. It's not a very nice thing to say. Just need 3 photos here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did we get the boner jam? Well, that's gross.
Oh. Thank you for the touch.
Looking for the boner yam.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get a boner, did
Nope,
we?
nope. Not yet, anyway.
I see. Sir, did you put the bear in the bathroom, or did it teleport and break its neck?
Nope, it teleported it and broke its neck. That was not done by me. By the garage. Did you see it? Oh, you did. Good eyes. Nice. Boner acquired. Nice.
Boner acquired eye.
Oh, firelight burnout. Nice.
Chloe completed.
F these shoes.
F those shoes.
Yeah, F those shoes.
Hey, look what I found. Kinda
Aw,
hot.
Look at that. Here, I'm gonna put this outside so we can save it for later.
Okay. Oh.
And it's gone.
Nice.
Who needs them
Aw.
shoes? That's right, F them shoes.
Why can't we pick up the trike? Like, what is this thing made out of that we can't lift it up?
I mean, if we were able to throw that at each other, like, is there going to be concussions added? Phasmophobia Horror 2.0?
I think it's necessary. Hey! Ew.
Kind of forgot that it was an Obake for a second.
Oh, did you get a nice surprise?
Yeah, it's turned into grandma. They grow up so fast.
You just skipped adolescence altogether.
Just went
Went
from
straight to
two
angry
kid
old
to
lady.
grandma. Oh my God, Crow! Thank you for the 50 months. Holy shit! What up, Fred? Oh my God, freaking stupid. I mean, they're both toothless. Well, no, actually, no. Sorry, the one has 1,500 teeth. The other has none. So that is interesting.
Well, maybe the one stole the others and just. Is Beef Jerky Man Beef Jerky Man has teeth.
Yeah.
I had to think about that for
Yeah,
a minute.
that tooth
Okay.
fairy bill is outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know somebody who's only getting a
Yeah.
shiny quarter.
Oh my gosh, reverse Benjamin buttons. Oh my God. No.
Welcome back.
Well, at least we were right from the beginning. So that's good.
All right, little perfect nightmare action going on there. I think we're.
Sir,
I
yes,
think-
sir.
Yay.
A little redemption.
Yay. Yeah. We just had to make sure we knew how to play the game again.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Can you get the hangman from the cards with friendly ghosts? You can, but it would turn into a full card.
What level are you?
Oh. Nice. Hey, we both lived. All right, now your choice.
Oh, okay. God, so much pressure.
Lazy.
Lazy
Sir,
satellite.
Yes, sir. What am I doing tomorrow? Working.
All right. Yeah. Take a look
Ah,
at the equipment
Jesus.
and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Turn around, you're staring me in the face.
There have been new
Oh, yeah.
It scared me.
I don't have any problems with bubble, dude.
Are the families? The families are good. Mrs. Flash is doing well.
Your advantage.
She's
Oh, yeah. Oh, that smells like victory.
I'm taking the back door because that's the kind of guy I am.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not one bit. I owe you guys. I owe you guys a sody. Blink if you need.
Alright, Ghost is in the bathroom in the back.
That's hot.
Going poopies.
Taking a spooky dookie. All right. I think it wants to date me.
Did you say it wants a steamy? What?
I'm sorry, what the hell's a steamy? I said it's taking a spooky dookie, and then it red lighted me in the hallway. I don't know if it liked it, if it didn't like it. I was getting very mixed signals.
Oh, that is very mixed signals. You go for, because it could be like red light district, kind of
Right.
thing, you know what I mean?
Or it could be anger,
Right.
and it's like, hey, stop
Yeah,
talking
absolutely.
about my bowel movements. Right. Right. Any tips for a fairly new duo during the weekly? Ooh. Use the cheat sheet to help you with ghost speeds, especially if you don't know, like if you're not able to recognize what they are. Find your hiding spot. Immediately find the hiding. There should be one. Get out of the bathroom. Sorry. Might be. Mobby. So about all that spooky dookie talk. That's an orb.
Thanks. Oh, imagine an orb.
Well, I don't need to imagine it. It's right there. You know what? I'm gonna put the writing right on the toilet.
Makes sense. I
It
mean,
it feels right.
it is paper. Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
Right
How
here.
old are you? Are you friendly?
Elderly individual.
You called Flash old.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! It's not very nice. Oh yeah? Hold on. Where's the? Give me the spirit box. Where's it at? Give me that. My turn. Is Chinggis old? Hey, how old's Chinggis? How old? It's not working. How old's Chinggis? How old are you?
An elderly individual.
Shit. I think it's still calling me old.
I think it called you old too.
Where are you?
Right here.
Where are you?
Close to
Are you near?
the far
Where are you?
close to
Are you near? Where are you?
far from their
Are you angry?
in attack.
How'd you die? I just wanted to see if it would actually do anything. How did you die? Did you fall down?
Is that a yes?
Knock twice if you're in Milwaukee.
No, they said knock, not flash the lights. Knock. What the
Don't
hell?
be stupid, ghost. Oh, it's freezing. Moroi, I might be coist. Uh-oh. Answer it.
Now,
He said
nobody
it.
calls anymore. It's always a scam
Look,
or
hey,
work.
hey,
Either
look.
way, I'm not answering.
Look, can this look more
Uh-huh.
like a winter scene right now?
Yeah, it's doing the same thing on my screen too.
The white trees and the snow.
Yeah, white trees.
Oh, look how nice that
It's
is.
beginning to look a lot like lots of debt everywhere I go.
My daughter was singing Christmas music in the car today. I was like, ma'am, you will wait until Thanksgiving is over. Let's be very, very clear.
2 weeks. You can 100% wait. I agree. What kind of
You
crazy
can
things
hold,
are on
damn
your
it.
kids' Christmas list? They ask for anything like absurd where you're just like, ha, that's not happening.
I mean, outside of the, you know, the norm of like, so PS5, this, that. I'm like,
Oh,
all
that's
right,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry,
Yeah.
Santa.
But
You're
they're
all
like,
broke.
we want new TVs, an electric guitar, a skateboard. I was like, what the hell, man? Like,
They're
I
like,
don't
and then
think that's
from
any-
you, I want.
Yeah. That's
Start playing
just,
Christmas
it's
music
Santa
on one of the
Claus.
local
It's
radios.
okay.
Like, I get it, but I don't get it, man. All right. So wait a minute. Oh,
We have an Onryo or a Mimic. We just got to figure out. I mean, I was there when it touched the door multiple times without fingies.
well, seeing
So
as how
I'm
we have,
really feeling Onryo.
well, seeing as how we have freezing
Orbs.
orbs and spirit box on a nightmare run.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So it's an Onryo.
Let's try this again. Seeing as how we have spirit box orbs and freezing on a nightmare run.
That makes us Onryo.
Hunt me, damn it! Kill me now! Kill me quickly! He's being a shit stain. Look, look. What do you want?
Oh, I'm here with the Onryos for the Nation Pack.
Not interested!
Oh.
You gotta, no, you gotta knock if you want me to open the door. No!
Oh, okay. Okay.
I gotta hear it.
Knock, 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 knock.
Hello?
Hi, I am Mai Chinggis. I am here with a disabled veteran
Nope.
selling
Try again.
Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, hello.
Hi, would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
What kind do you have?
I got some more pieces of shit for your ass. I made it in.
All right, help me die. Imagine if it started hunting. If it started hunting, that would have been the absolute best
would have been
timing ever.
I would have just let it eat me at that point. It was too good for the content at that point. Yeah.
I was hoping you were going to
I
say
was
some
trying to get us
tag-alongs.
thought
I was like,
the
oh
place
yeah,
inside of
come
the
right
door.
in.
Yeah.
Oh, we need escape and incense. Okay. I have a
Oh,
smooch.
do we really? Oh, I have a smooch too.
Do we know what the cursed is?
Wait, what's our? No, we don't.
Oh, yes, we do.
Wait. Oh, okay. All right. I get excited.
Hey, can you move that brown
Hey,
pillow?
what happens if
Can
we
you
light
move
it
that
on
brown
fire?
pillow for me?
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. Now, can you move that orange one for me?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, this one's really heavy. I don't know what they put in that one. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Do we know where we can hide?
Right here.
Right here. Right there? Yeah, after we go for it.
Yeah, it still works. It doesn't path there naturally.
Okay. All right, we have lights. Camera.
Wait, do we have a ghost photo yet?
I don't know. crucifix before it.
Okay.
I poopied in the laundry room. It ate the crucifix before it did the event for the music
I
box.
just realized we don't have a single photo.
I'm okay with this. And then it immediately, after
Get a
eating the
couple. I got some
crucifix.
easy salt picks over there.
Oh, okay. And then
I'm really curious. I think it might have been mimicking a banshee, because before I smudged it, it looked like it was trying to just leave me alone and go up the stairs after you.
Oh, rude. Oh, rude. Yeah, did you notice that it tried to hunt, and then immediately after trying to hunt,
Yes.
went into the music box
Yeah.
event and then hunted?
Yes, I heard it, and that was like pro ghost strats right there, man.
Son of a bitch. How many are there?
3. Did we find the bone yet?
I don't think so.
I didn't see it back there.
All right. Boner surge.
Found it.
Roger that. Oh, we can get the music box too. Maybe. We need 3 more photos. Ghost got those DVD killer strats, I know. Spicy. Interaction. I forgot this was a mimic. It's mimicking a phantom.
Oh wow, that's a great phantom photo.
I forgot for a second. I was like, did I miss the photo? Oh no, run away. Kind of forgot. Woo. It mimics a phantom.
Close.
Man, imagine if it mimics a banshee and then a phantom. What a bastard.
How about
What a
that?
stocky bastard.
I have that effect. It's fine.
Hope he circled the ghost. Oh man.
Welcome back.
You did circle the ghost, right?
It's ready for you.
Oh yeah, I got a perfect investigation. Did
let's
you?
go. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shoo, buddy. All right. How are your ads doing? I didn't have to yell. At them.
Oh, they happen in 5 minutes. So you want to do it together? You want to hold hands?
Certainly
and do it
can.
together?
Yeah.
All right, let's do the thing. Let's
All
do the
right.
thing.
Oh, okay.
Doing the ad.
All right.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna run 3 minutes of ads. Yeah, I'm gonna go sit upstairs and do a ting real quick while we run the ads.
Yeah. Yep. That's fair.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
All right. So I'm gonna run ads, friends. We're gonna run the ads. Oh. 3 minutes every hour, so that way we do not have pre-rolls. That is the reason we do them. So if you're not subbed, if you don't have turbo, you're not gonna miss squat. We are gonna wait for you. But I might do a nasty soda while that happens, though. Just to save time. We will see. But all right, 3 minutes. BRB. Off to bed. Good night, Warlock. Appreciate you, friend. Oh, my Lanta. He is one big goofball. Thank you, Endless. Thank you. TCG Card Simulator, super fun. I've played it. It was okay. It was okay. I've never played it on stream. I played it off stream for a couple. Master, want to break from the ads? Well, let's at least pick it out. I need to move the blurb thing now that they've changed it, because now it's just overlaying underneath my stuff. Yeah, hi, Mr. Rafa. The more you get into it, the better it gets. Yeah, I've watched friends play it for sure. I have a few friends that are pretty addicted to it. Yeah, Master, how are you, homie? All right, what are we doing? I do like it now. Yeah, me too. I like it now as well, but I need to move it. I need to move it. Here, I'll look and see about that while this is happening. Where you at? Where you at? There's the wheel. There's that. Where are my bleeps? Where's my bleeps? There it is. All right. Now they should play away from the sub goal thing. They should. I guess we'll find out soon enough. The one that I drew out of the fridge. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. There you go. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you, Endless. Sweet corn. Yay. Yippee. So excited. So jazzed. Love the vids. Appreciate it, Gold. Thanks, man. Sweet corn is good to eat, but soda? Yeah, they're all pretty awful. Yep, they're all pretty terrible. I've accepted these things. They're inevitable. They are what they are. They are what they are. It does say pure cane sugar on it, though. Yeah, pretty bad. But it is what it is. We met the daily goal. So I did make a promise because we have been trying to burn through these kind of in a manner of speaking. So delish. Everyone grab your corn sodas, please. Ugh. Oh man. Oh my god, that's so much corn. It's corn. Oh man, it really just hurts your face. It just really hurts your face. Oh my, I gotta blow my nose. I gotta blow my nose. Hold, please. Oh man, that one is really corny. Ugh. I hate you. Oh my god, I hate you. You sick bastards. Oh, gonna taste that all night. It made my goddamn eyes water. Alana! Alana, thank you for the 25 months. Oh my god, my eye hurts. I don't know why that like made my eye burn. Oh my god. Have you ever Cheyenne, I've come close. I've come close. Yeah, it's been damn close. 2 whole years. I know. How are you, Miss Alana? All right. Ads are done. He's ready. We're back. There's the menu screen in the window because life. Good for sinuses. Oh. Ugh. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Very, very well. Thank you so much for gaming with me.
Of course. No. Thank you for gaming with me. All right. You know what? I'm gonna do a classic Tangy Street.
It's where it all started.
Where it all began.
The very first map.
That's right.
Where it all began.
Where it all began and where we both will die.
Memory.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up.
No, we've increased the difficulty, so we've been doing fine ever since we did that.
I know. You have it on pro, and it's like, we don't know how to play. We can't adjust to these things.
I can't do this. What do you mean I get 3 evidence?
Holy eyeballs. I know. Would you say you're feeling a bit more corny now, song? I don't need your sass. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. You know what? We're going to do this, this, and this. This is what we're doing. This is the life I live. Underrated. What do we got?
I just took a poopy.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. We have the hand grenade again.
Jeez. I just heard that.
Ghost is over here. Oh wait, it's in the bedroom, master bedroom. That's through the wall.
I heard a throw.
It threw the slipper.
Oh yeah, it's here.
Oh yeah, 100% in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would the soda taste better with butter? Dude, listen. Okay. All right. That's enough. There's nope. You shut your lips. There's zero need to discuss that right now. None. Zip. Nilch. Nada. Who throws a shoe? What is that thing I put in the living room? I put a sound sensor in there. I see my breath. I see my breath.
Yeah, my knee pops could cut class right now.
Oh shit. Help is on the way, dear. Here.
Ooh, locker hiding's available in the garage.
That there. This over here. Let's do there. Thank you, Endless. EVM, hello. Oh, shit, it's a Rhonda.
I've got such a huge crush on her.
We're gonna go steal his lady. See his speed. Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Are you Rhonda?
What's hurt?
Oh no.
Ah,
Why are you hurt?
That dark light.
Did Chinggis hurt you? Did Chinggis break your heart?
Are you friendly?
Rose.
Are you here?
Rose. Was there room on the door, Rose? Answer me, damn it.
100% was room on the door. There was room on the door.
There was room. She was
killed
just
that
she
kid.
was selfish.
It was just easier.
Poor Jack. Rose.
How old are you? How old are you?
Get back in here. She threw some in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
I heard like a piece of silverware. She's getting a snack. Oh, did I just see?
100% throwing things in the kitchen.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Like multiple things.
And then I think I saw dots for like a heartbeat. Yee. That might not be a 3 though. Oh, it still is.
inside
Let's
of
go.
me.
I got you and your girlfriend in the photo.
Nice. I get a wallet
Jeez.
size and carry it in my wallet.
Put it on a keychain, let it hang. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna hang it from my rearview mirror with a feather boa.
Mythbusters did a test on that, and if Jack got on it, it would have went under. Man, it's like she knew, but how did she know? Or how did I guess he knew? Because like he basically let her get on there, right?
So other than dots, is that all we have?
No, we have Spirit Box. It's been talking to us. Remember?
I do now because you said something.
Well, we know it's not a phantom. Did it walk in salt by chance? Have we
Yeah,
done?
I'm getting ready to carry the salt in
Mommy.
right now to do that test.
Let's rock. My God, Desi! Thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you, homie. What are you up to?
Hey, we have a rare bed boner in here.
Excuse me? Oh, holy hell. That thing's huge.
That kid is very gifted.
Okay. That's unnecessary. Stibbies? Yokai Dio. Ooh. I'm good, Desi. Finally able to catch the stream. Welcome in, homie. Is it gonna be? Uh-oh, stinky.
Are you an yokai? It said an elderly victim. He called me old this time.
Haha, now it's your turn.
Are you a yokai? Did it again. Are you a yokai? Are you a yokai? Oh, God! Oh, God!
She likes you. Chingus and Rhonda sitting and tweet. Oh, Jesus! Sorry, I touched her butt. It's very, very, very unintentional. Did not mean to do that, sorry.
Yeah, sure. I do be careful. The cruci has been eaten completely.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. That's why I brought this backup crucifix, just in case it decides to get spicy again.
That makes total sense.
Rose, you wouldn't try to get spicy now, would ya? Rose? Here, light up Chingus's face. Oh, fuck!
Dark, which is kind of difficult, but I can kind of see you. Oh, you get close. Oh, God.
I don't.
No, I will not take you out to dinner. This is weird.
I was like, I have no way. Stop it! I have no way to light this up. I can't do it. Oh my God. So much is happening at once. Jesus Christ. MSC, thank you for the biddies. Holy moly. Okay, dude. Where's the juice?
I
got it.
I think it's right in the garage. Yeah.
No, it's downstairs. I got it.
Oh, is it?
What I walk into? Nothing. Just Chingus having disputes with his girlfriend. What a turd.
I was backing up to prepare to smudge, and then she just stopped, and I was like, oh.
Oh.
All
right. Okay, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn it. All right, it should be done, though. There should be no more. You know, it'd be crazy if it Dio hunted in dots. That meets that day.
Ew.
What? What was ew?
Ew. God, dude, the noises she made.
She's your girlfriend.
That noise.
I don't know. Here.
I'll tell you.
For dinner this evening, you both shall share a potato.
Oh.
Oh. What if I give you the smooge? Jesus Christ. Holy cow. Holy moly. Jesus. That is spicy. All right.
We have two more photos.
Oh, crucifixes. Yeah.
I got one.
You got one? Wait, where's my oh, it's right here. Which one did you get?
I don't know. It's got both of them in it. That's disturbed salt.
Whatever. And then burnt cruisy. Yeah, sure. Oh, the boat.
Yeah, 2-star.
Dude, wait, 2?
I got the bone.
Son of a dick. Yeah, you're right. What about this salt? Haha.
You made her cry. You
I thought she was about to
asshole.
trap me at the door. It's your girl. I just work here. Oh, my Lanta.
Oh my god.
Good gravy.
Oh, we
All
really
right.
pulled that perfect game out at the end there. That was great.
Shoo. All right. Nicely done.
High five. Pro gamers.
Bye, Rose. I'll miss you. Poor Chingus and his girlfriend. I think he said he picked it up.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
So we were
for you.
taking him
I have so
on
many
his
fond
word.
memories of Rose. That was such a good time we had.
I wish that you could see the photo the same way that I do.
The 3-star ghost photo I had, she's in the doorway.
Yeah, you're sitting here with your little goggles on, just
Hold on, let me switch.
yeah. Here, hold on. There he is. Look at them together. Aw. It's a nice little photo. It's so good. Allie, thank you for the 20 months. Welcome back. It's too good. And then there's just a bunch of bone and chairs, and
Just looking at my butt.
she is looking at your butt. She's about to make a move.
She is. She is. Yes.
Oh my
How you
god.
doing on time, Mr. Flash?
Honestly, I'd say I probably have like one or two more.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same thing,
Yeah.
actually.
I know, we've been busy boys,
this-
man. Been
this-
busy boys.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Your choice. Perfect photo.
Oh, no pressure.
Like souvenir photo at amusement park.
Fridge view.
Fridge view. Love this map. Love. That'd be funny. Start selling photos.
We've arrived. Check the equipment. Get set up before investigating.
All right. I'm going to show the power.
Looks like this is
Wait,
going to be
nope,
a tough one.
nope,
We've had reports
nope,
of violence,
nope.
and it looks
I'm going to show the power of motion sensors.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Hi, Dread. Found it.
I heard that.
I found the ghost. I found Frank. I found the bone.
Wow.
Unless that was a bug. It could have been a
Which
bug.
one? No, I see. Oh,
Did it
wait,
just
we
go off
always
again?
see- wait, no, I just see. It's
could have been a
only
bug.
5 degrees because of the snow. Hold on. Oh, it's 6 degrees. Check for power.
I think that is a bug sometimes. Because, like, I just placed this one down and
Oh,
it went
they-
off.
Okay. There's no temperature variation in these rooms.
It's in, it's in the ground. It is here.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Confirmed. Ram shot in the dark. I'll take it. Raid! Thank you for the 11 months. Ay, ay, ay. Can the ghost write in the book and then throw it? I don't think so. I think if it writes in the book, it leaves it alone. And then if it's not going to write in the book, it'll shut it. I believe. All right, let's go here. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. But the motion sensors are a underutilized piece of equipment, in my opinion. Absolutely underutilized. They're so useful. Ghost A, do you have our base? I assume you're here, right? No? I don't see breath in here. Hold on. I don't know. Why can't I place it? Huh. Interesting. think he might be in the hallway. Was there a need for the dramatic pause? Why did it stop? Oh, you bastard. Got you. Oh, that got me good. That son of a bitch. How's the weekly? The weekly was good. It's definitely a tough one. 150 ghost speed. It can hunt you after like a minute. It's definitely tough, man. But yeah, but I believe you can get it. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Hey, where are you? Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, I had to leave. Yeah.
Roger that.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Kill him! Kill him now!
Something I don't know the words.
Do it, please end him! Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have a wraith.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yep. Yeah, not walking any of the salt. Is the behavior specific to a particular ghost? About the ghost either throwing the book or writing in it and leaving it alone? No. That's any that would be any ghost. It just depends. If it gives you writing, then there's obviously then it won't just throw the book. That's Dudski's.
Yeah, I watched it walk through the salt there.
Let's do 1, 2 this. He's got a photo camera. Almost Janelle. We're almost there. Wait a minute. Ah, shit. I don't have a lighter. Going back. Wall back now. Wall back. Welcome in, Roberto. What's this game? Phasmophobia. How'd you find the channel? I'm gonna get a smooch. Gonna get this. Gonna get this. Gonna get one of those. Hey, that's useless. Why did I get that? We want one of these. I have issues. We all have issues. It's okay. It's okay. We all have them. Ooh, spicy.
Just trying to get it to do the roar.
Oh, here. Went to Twitch, saw the stream. Ooh, did it just recommend it to you? Let's go. Jesus Christ. Ghosty. Do the thing. Oh, it makes the salt look like invisible. Hey, blow this crap out. I'm assuming he has a picture of you already. Yeah. Real cool, dude. Wow, that's crazy. I can't believe it. Quality looks impeccable. You should see my latest YouTube video. I tried to make the settings as low as they could possibly go. It won't blow them out. We've set the mood.
Not doing anything. At least it did the parabolic for you.
Wow,
Nice.
so cute. Wow. Wow.
Backup deployed.
Backup, deploy.
Oh, it blew this one out.
Need free photos. Free. 1. 2 more. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, Ghost.
Come on. Here.
I mean, we can
Space
force
Mountain.
interactions, right?
Oh, God.
Not dangerous, right? This is
No,
fine.
it's fine.
Oh, it just threw that?
What happens if I do it?
It threw this fork right here.
I think it threw another one.
Yeah.
Why is it over there? Oh, Jesus. That son of a bitch. Oh, man. He got one and then went right to the other. What a prick.
I mean, I couldn't think of a better way to end
It's
tonight.
like hide and seek. He's like, "Ooh, found you, found you."
As soon as he turns to me, I was like, well, nice knowing you.
Damn
and
it.
I know we can see Flash now.
Son of a. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
There's a way
God.
to go. That's the way to go. Am I right?
I still got a level off of that, too. That's the cool thing.
Hey, yo. That bastard.
Oh, man.
It's okay.
99. Oh, man.
Ooh, he's
Oh,
about
man.
to prestige. It's getting close.
No, I'm not doing the thing. Oh, I might, because then it would make it like an even V, right?
Yes.
I won't be IV. I'll be V.
Sir, yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't.
It had no reason
I
to
think I'm
path
right.
there. It randomly did, dude.
Mr. Flash,
Mr.
thank you so much for the
Chingus.
last minute plans.
Of
I really
course.
appreciate you,
Dude,
buddy.
I am so
As
glad.
always, it's hilarious.
I'm so glad you messaged me and said you were able to play tonight. I was like, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yay!
Yippee.
All right. Do you want to double raid somebody? You want to like really blow somebody up?
Sure. You want to DM me with ideas?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
I'm
I'm
down,
gonna take
I'm
a
down,
look
Charlie
right
Brown.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Chingus, I will see you in DM, sir. I think he went to go look. He's gonna go peek. Raid Chingus. No, I'm not gonna raid Chingus. That defeats the purpose of what we're going to do. It defeats the purpose. Okay. Friends, thank you for watching the games tonight, man. Appreciate you for hanging out with us. Make sure you're following Mr. Mighty Chingus. Love that man to death. He randomly messaged me. It was like, hey, man, what are your plans tonight? I was like, dude, after the weekly, nothing. We were just going to do some normal cozy games, dude. But we're going to go double raid somebody. So he is going to inform me who he's thinking, Abe Lincoln. And then we're going to go say, hey, how are you? Yeah. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for always watching the videos. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for all the subs, friends. Appreciate you. Great combo. I love our team. Listen, Midnight Society is full of absolutely amazing, wonderful, talented, hilarious, ridiculous peeps. I love them. They're so freaking great. So great. But I'll keep my eyes peeled, see what he's thinking. If you guys are not in the Discord, my Discord link is here and the rest of my socials are there as well. Oh, promise. I appreciate you, man. But yes, I hope that you all have an amazing day. Thank you for chilling with me on a Monday, per the usual. We will be live again on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm doing on Wednesday yet. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. We might play something different. Maybe. I don't know. I've been like one of the big reasons. Well, there's multiple reasons. Sorry, that I've been doing a lot of Phas. A lot of reasons. A, because well, it's our game and we love it. But B, because there's so many new people. There's so many new people. Oh, new to the online gaming stream community. Is it the same Midnight Society that the guy got in trouble was in? No, that's a gaming studio. Midnight Society, ours is a stream team. Yeah, 100% different. Yeah. See you next week. Mr. Rafa, are you going away? Mr. Rafa, are you going on vacay? First stream, I missed all of it. Oh, Sean, no worries, dude. No worries. We'll be live again on Wednesday. All is well. All is well. Lethal? Maybe. Haven't done crowd control in forever. Blue Boy Scout, thank you for the prime. Thanksgiving break? Heck yeah. Enjoy your time, Mr. Rafa. Are you going to get to see any fam by chance over the time? Cave Critter, thank you for the 19. A tribute to Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah. Which it makes more sense, especially in our context of how we use it with friends getting together, spooky, scary games. Yeah. And I'm also very nostalgic. So it was on brand. It's on brand. Love that show when I was a kid. I'm a 90s Nickelodeon junkie. So I love. Yeah. Yepers. Hell yeah. All right, yeah, Mr. Chingus doesn't usually stream. He does not usually stream on Mondays, but I believe he had some time on his hands. I love 90s Nick. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. My kids, like, they kind of appreciate it, sort of, kind of, but trying to get them into it, it's an interesting feat. Izzy wasn't the biggest fan of Cat Dog. That was disappointing. The clown episode was one of my favorites. The clown episode. Hold on. Are you talking about, I was trying to find out the name. Is it The Tale of the Laughing in the Dark? Is it that one you're thinking of? Or are you thinking of the other clown? Cat Dog's amazing. Love it. Hey, dude. Oh my God. Are you thinking of the Ghastly Grinner? I have that on a t-shirt. The Ghastly Grinner is the one that I remember very well with the blue Aura monster. Dude, they're all on my shelf. Like, are you kidding? Like, we've got to, like, what do you think all these Funkos are? What do you think all of these are? They're nothing but 90s Nickelodeon. That's all they are. All of them. All of them. Oh, almost all of them. Almost all of them. I have a Forrest Gump one that is from Mr. Song. And me, if you look up there, that's a me Funko. That's a me Funko. Oh, hey, how are ya? I see you, Mr. Chingus. I'm watching. Is that Nigel Thornberry? Yes. You have Nigel, Donnie. You have Eliza. You have Arnold, Helga. You have Gerald. You've got Tommy, Chucky, Reptar, Phil, Lil, Spike, Angelica. You've got all the Aura monsters. You've got Crumb, Oblina. You've got, oh shit, what's his name? Crumb, Oblina. I forgot his name already. There's so many. Why do I not have a Flash Funko? Because it was a gift. Ickis. Thank you. Ickis. That's the one. I have two damn Ickuses. We have Ickis. I've got Doug. I've got Skeeter. I've got Patty. I've got Pork Chop. I've got him as Quail Man, Quail Dog. I have Ren. I mean, I have Stimpy. I have, what else do we have? I have Regina from Rocket Power. I've got Angry Beavers, Daggett and Norbert. We have Cat Dog. I have Rocco's Modern Life. We have Rocco. We have Heifer, Stimpy. So many. So and more. There was more. I didn't even name them all. Yeah. But anyway, here we are. Stickly, dude. This is it's my heart. It's my heart, dude. All right. Did you ever get the Nick box? No. Are you talking about the Nickelodeon box that gave you random stuff? No. I didn't even know it existed until it was too late. It was gone. I know what you're talking about. It makes me sad. I still need slime like Gak. I do too. Yeah. Getting much of Flash merch. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, it was amazing. Makes me sad. Legend of the Hidden Temple. Got it on a shirt. All right. Friends, we are going to go raid. You sounded upset. Camp on Awana, we hold you in our heart when we think about you. It's I hope we never part. Say it right. Say it right or pay the price. Isn't that what he says? I think that's what he says. Highland Walrus, I appreciate your friend. We're going to go raid a friend. We are doing a double raid. I'm allowing. So like I saw that Chinggis went in and already raided. I don't want to like just smash. I want to allow the time to like to come down and then you hit again. So you respect the other raid and then you double down. Guys, if you're a follower, the first one's for you. If you're a sub, the next one's for you. If you're a creepy little tier 3, that one's for you. We are going to go raid Mr. Croaster. Mr. Croaster, who's an absolute homie. We love Mr. Croaster. He was planning on doing a little short stream. Said possible last stream of November. Well, let's make it a good one. Yeah. Let's make it a good one. He's not even an hour in yet. Creepy tier 3 for the win. Love you, Mr. Chinggis. Love you, my friend. Thank you for joining in on the games, my friend. That was hilarious. So that was one hilarious ass way to end the game. Almost there. We're literally a picture away from another perfect game. And then we both get murked inside of the room where it just decided to walk up to us. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Skinny, how are you? Yeah. I'll have to do some thinking for Wednesday. I'll have to do some thinking. I think on Friday I'm going to be joined by friends as well. I think Friday I'm going to be playing probably with a coach and an Aldi. And also, I believe it is somebody's birthday on Friday. Aldi Baron. His birthday. Yeah. But I'll keep you guys posted. Whatever I decide to do, I'll make sure to put it in the Discord. I'll make sure to let you guys know. Yeah. We all know you're a truck man. No, excuse you. No, I am not all the time. Only sometimes. How dare? Imagine having a birthday this week. Imagine. Phoenix, we need to talk about that game. I saw your message. I want to talk about that game because that might be a Wednesday thing. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But friends, I love you all. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Say hi to Chris. Okay, bye.